face a top 10 team. Welcome to Athens, Georgia. We are between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Dogs will kick this deep to get us going. And that one will bounce out. Here we go, folks. This is a showdown we've circled on the calendar as number one goes on the road to face a top 10 team. Welcome to Athens, Georgia. We are between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Dogs will kick this deep to get us going. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job of the coverage team. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Powers through. Tough running to avoid a loss that just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a third down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
On this opening possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. Caught quickly. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback will throw it off the run pass option. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit, the swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
He dumps it off to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finds his target. That's enough to move the sticks and give him a first down at the 41.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking to chuck in again. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
A 2nd down after that completion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. The receiver grabs it. Finding space at the 20. They finally make the stop, but a chunk play there moves the ball inside the 10. The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Looks to the left, pass caught. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You talk about the right way to get a game started. This offense put together a nice scheme. They felt comfortable with the script, and they moved the ball all the way down the field. 10 plays, and they get a touchdown. If you're the defensive coordinator, you're back to the drawing board trying to figure this out.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
He'll hand it off. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this 1st down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
And that run, good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Blitz and a quick sack. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
You know, I would have thought they might have taken a break after this sack that they've given up. But here they are, ready to go again at the line of scrimmage.
Finds his man. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And now the first play of this drive now from the 35. Look out, room to run here. They make the tackle, but that's a great pickup on the ground.
That's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Catch made on the left side. He's in the clear. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. Keeps it on the draw. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And tackled there by the defense.
Well, that completion gets him a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with 3rd down coming up.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, tied. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the 1st quarter to establish the lead, the 2nd quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be 1st down yardage.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Short throw complete to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Did he get there on the ground? Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
2nd down, looking to throw it. The short completion to the tight end. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Well, they told us all week that they thought they had an opportunity to get this tight end the football, and here they are early in the game showing that they mean business.
So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense with a 29. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And the quarterback dropping back. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Look out, he's in the clear. He's going to take it in. A game-changing play. Touchdown, Bama.
Boy, what a tough blow for this offense. Already in field goal range, and the quarterback puts one in the defense's arms. They takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Huge momentum swing here in the 1st half.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage that will tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Catch made by the tight end. They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Great job by this defensive tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the 1st down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Well, this is exactly what can happen when you're overly aggressive and things go bad. And I get it when it's late in the game and you're trying to climb back into it. But to have a turnover on downs now, man, this one could hurt you.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Snags the quick throw. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Alabama now operating in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He escapes the pocket. Fires it on the move. Touchdown, Alabama. This offense is still clicking. Well, we had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And he's back to throw again on 2nd down. Short pass finds the tight end. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
The thing about this tight end is he is not only a great blocker, but shows here early in this game he can make great catches as well.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Catch made on the out route.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the 1st down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. The Bulldogs will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Why in the world would the offensive coordinator and head coach decide to go for it inside their own red zone? That's a peculiar choice for this offense.
So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Off the play fake on 1st down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great connection there for 6 points. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Number 17, set to kick it off.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Now, wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. They bring him down, but what an explosive play.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Pass complete. It's second down now.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a first down. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay with him in man coverage. Very tough to do.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Here we go.
Looking for a man. Pass rush closing in. The ball is picked off. Now he's bringing it back. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Moves out of the pocket. Quick throw to the left. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. On the move now. Lets it fly out of the wideout. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
A deep shot to the right. Pulls it in outside the 10 and still running. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. The offense trying to cap a really impressive first half, trying to punch it in here and build on this lead before halftime. And he drops back in the gun. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tied.
Chris, with another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Sacked. It's a loss. Back to the 6. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to return it from... it's a fumble. Who's going to come up with it? Recovered with a kicking team now. They'll steal a possession here.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. And now the handoff. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Looking to pass here on 2nd down. The receiver makes the catch. That's good for a 1st down near the 40.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. The back's got it. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And there's the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. He stopped him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
They come up 3rd and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Keeping it on the ground here. The ball is loose in the backfield. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on a ball? They do, and they're able to bounce on it for a big turnover.
So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. Still down by double digits in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Trying for a 4th down completion. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here, going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond.
Looking to throw it deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama.
This guy's starting to prove that he is a mismatch for this defense. 2nd touchdown of the day, and a great job by the coordinator continuing to find unique ways to get this guy on one-on-one opportunities for touchdowns.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Stops short of the marker after just a short gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Play fake, looking to throw. Moves left out of the pocket. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. They'll run it from the gun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line.
He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Short return tackle made at the 27. A crucial takeaway.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Quick throw to the right. It's caught. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. What an electric play. Suddenly, they move into scoring position. Down to the 24.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
One massive play has moved the football just outside the red zone. 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. 1st and goal at the 9.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
And now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Georgia, 0.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Ball carrier brought down what is the final play of this third quarter. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. Hasn't been much of a contest so far, and the stats will reflect that. And let's see if a comeback is in store here as we start the fourth quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Movement here from the tight end. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get first downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
It's just been one of those days for this offense and this quarterback. They just cannot seem to find this rhythm to get them back in the game. They're down big, and now another incompletion. What will the offensive coordinator dial up next?
4th down. He's throwing for it. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, tied. And the defense joins the scoring party now.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
And the point after is right down the middle. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
0.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. He stopped, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz.
Boy, it's another incompletion. Just something is missing with this offense. Cannot quite get into sync. And now we got another 4th down for this quarterback.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. It's a quick grab. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's 4th down.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? He could go. Touchdown, Bama. A big defensive score.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. I'm not not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
And it's no good. He missed the extra point. Got momentum at this.
I can't.
That mistake sets the offense up at the 40.